everyone, it's FarsTrapa. Today, new flight report on this Juneyao Air 787 from Shanghai Hongqiao to Guangzhou, so one of the most important flights in mainland China. So here you see the arrival at Shanghai Hongqiao, which is a kind of big airport that mainly serves destination from Shanghai to other parts of mainland China. So here you see us go directly through the security because we made the check-in earlier, but yeah, you can see the airport is really beautiful with a lot of natural lights, and the signs are kind of clear. Of course, it is forbidden to film in security and even more in China. So here you see us after the security, so now on the air side, traveling through that big airport. Here you see a map of the airport, which is really big, as I said, many gates. I mean, Shanghai is like the biggest city in China, so it's normal. Here you see the flight departure information, and you can see that it's very well dominated by China Eastern, who of course has its main hub in Shanghai. And now is just some more footage of me traveling across this big airport of Shanghai Hongqiao. You can see many stores of luxury and restaurant and all kind of stores you would find on the airport. You can put on pause if you want to see closely, but I'm sorry if the quality isn't very good. I know my camera isn't really the greatest, but I mean it's sufficient for what I want to do. So here you see me walking. By the way, there were many very beautiful and special planes in this airport. I did a lot of photos, and if you want to see, check out my Twitter account. So just to show you, we managed to do the check-in online. It was very simple, very efficient, very straightforward, like everything numerical on China. Now I think it would be a good time to tell you a bit more about the specificity of this flight, because as you know, in China there is a big three carrier: Air China, China Southern and China Eastern, but there is also plenty of smaller, such as Juneyao Air. I say smaller, but they have a very decent size. Having 787 is not just for any carrier, so just wanted to check out what they really was like. We just quickly stop here to see the magnificent A321neo. By the way, I took that exact plane on another trip, so if you are interested, just check it out on a flight report I made written in the flight report website, so you can check it out in the description. So here it is, our magnificent plane, absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. I think it's just simply one of the best ever livery ever made on a Boeing 787. I have no words to describe its beauty. And so here now you see the video of the boarding aboard this plane. Yeah, it's a short trip for a 787 to be. The flight duration was, I think, under 2 hours, but as Shanghai and Guangzhou are two of the biggest airports in China, it's only logical that such a big plane is being put on a flight like that. So here you see the jet bridge, which is glass transparent, a lot of light, so very pleasant experience. And now we are in the closed jet bridge, so no more views of the outside, unfortunately, but you can see that everything is still going quite fine. The door of this plane, and then we enter the cabin, which you will see is in a very special mood lighting that kind of reminds Virgin Atlantic, a kind of pink purple color that also matches the seats. Let's talk about it. So a very modern, a very well equipped seat with a pillow, even on the short duration flights, so very good. It's a classic long haul cabin, I would say, for a 787, but it's still very good, very complete. You can see that there are advertising on the seat, so that's really a particularity of Chinese TV is adjustable of angle of view. Here you can see the tray table, which is of course retractable and foldable. So yeah, a very complete seat, very modern. That corresponds to what we usually see on long-haul flights. There's a Wi-Fi, but we talk about it just a bit later on the video. The headrest is of course adjustable both in height and also on the sides. They can be flipped to better optimize your comfort. So again, something very classical but good to have on these short flights. The legroom is okay. There is also a cloth hanger, of course. The window has an advertisement on it, so it's like it's the first time I see it, but why not? And you can see the blue wing. Things with Chinese carrier, even on full service, is that they have ads everywhere, but I mean, it's not really something that is disturbing. And then the safety instructions were diffused on the IFEs, and then it's time for pushback and rolling at Shanghai. Unfortunately, you can see that the night already came, so the footage quality will be very bad. I'm sorry, but there was nothing I can do, and I will show you the lift off, but yeah, you won't see much. Now that we are in the air, a pair of earbuds were distributed, and I show you also the safety instructions, which also feels very modern, very fresh. There was a magazine dedicated to in-flight shopping, as well as a more traditional flight magazine with also every Avigeek's favorite page. You can see the mood lighting again is very pinky, very special. Here are the info about the in-flight Wi-Fi, which I'll show you just right here. So you can see that on this flight, on the 787, there is Wi-Fi on board, but it is of course for purchase. It's not free, but you can still access this Juneyao Air website with some stuff for free just with the Wi-Fi. If you want to buy the Wi-Fi, you can buy it. I don't remember the price, of course, but I mean, it's not really a good plan. What is a very good plan is that you can get a sample, a 10 minutes free Wi-Fi, but you have to enter your personal information, and here it is. So 10 minutes of absolutely free Wi-Fi just to let you try, just to let you understand that it works well. So I think that's actually a really good thing and a really good plan for you also. And just to show you, you can see that it works. Of course it is slow, there's no magic in it, but it works. So yeah, I think it's really cool. And here now is the meal, because yes, even on a short flight like that, a full service meal is served. So yeah, that's Chinese carriers. The only thing to notice is that only tea and coffee were served as beverages. You can see the main course, which was Chinese rice with vegetables and meat, very tasty. The little sides, beans, juice, a pack of juice, a biscuit, and El Famoso hot sauce. So yeah, all in all, a very complete and tasty meal. A little wet towel was also on the box. So yeah, pretty good meal. Of course, I ate it all, and then I just had the occasion to make a little turn at the toilet. You can see that it feels very premium, even in economy class. The wood texture is very good. And now I will show you the IFE, because of course on a 787 you would want to have an IFE. There's a Chinese and English options. Here you can see like a best stuff menu with everything that is recommended to you. Now let's check out the movie. The selection is pretty good, of course mainly Chinese movie, but there are also some Western movie like Spider-Man, and also as a French I was very happy that there was also a lot of French film. I don't know why, but that's very cool. For the TV series though, it's very much limited. The audio also, there wasn't very much music, but as you know, the music on the airplane is always shitty for I don't know what reason. It's not as complete as the movie or the TV series catalog. Then there's section destined to kids with some kids book and also some kids game. So yeah, very well thought of them. And here we have the complete list of games, with some that you might know, but some that are more Chinese that you surely never see before. There's also a section entirely dedicated to in-flight shopping, in-flight purchases, including this magnifique Juneyao Air aircraft model. Here is a section dedicated to the destination that are proposed by Juenyao. So yeah, very complete information about everything you need to know. And then there's a section of presentation about Juenyao with their fleet first of all. So yeah, really interesting, but not really up to date because now they have neo aircraft. Here is a presentation of the airline, their history, etc, etc. Now the flight map, which is very reactive, very modern, with a lot of information that you can easily access. So very cool. Here you see what happens when there's an onboard announcement. So yeah, now that the announcement is finished, you can see this tab with all the information. And now we are already approaching into Guangzhou, because 1 hour and 40 is in fact a very short flight. So yeah, I will put you the video of the landing. Now is the rolling, so at Guangzhou Baiyun International Airport, I of course put it in accelerate. In reality there was much slower. And yeah, the arrival at the magnifique airport once again. We parked next to a Spring A321neo, and here is a offboarding of the plane with the jet bridge. So yeah, you can see, and soon we'll be arriving in Guangzhou airport, which feels a little bit more old, a little bit less flashy than Shanghai SHA, but of course we were arriving by night. I think it's time to resume this flight, which as you see was very good. The food of course excellent on a 1 hour and 40 flight like that. Entertainment also top notch, but what I prefer was altogether the mood of the flight, with the mood lighting, the pink feeling, also the colors of the seats, which really put you in a very special atmosphere. And yeah, I think it's the end of this video. I hoped you enjoyed it, please consider subscribe to my channel, and also maybe leave a comment and see the other flight reports I made. They are in French, but there is always English subtitles, and also to stay updated for the next flight report I will put on board Cathay Pacific A350. So yeah, bye everyone.